Here's a look at your market recap on this Wednesday, the 18th day of December. Take a look at what's going on at the auction barns around the state today at South Central Regional Stockyards. They've got started on that special replacement cow sale that followed the light run of feeders today. World champion livestock auctioneer Wade Lease, they're auctioning off those cattle today as a guest auctioneer. Few of those bred heifers, 2 years old, second and third stage, $28.50 to $32.75. Some bred cows, 2 to 8 years old, second and third stage, $2,600 to $3,400 per head. That sale's still going on. They're not done there yet. At Windsor Livestock Auction, they're still going there, running strong, expecting about 2,500 head today. A couple of stick-out pot loads of heifers that we saw was 651 pounds, $277.75. Another full load of 711-pound heifers sold at $264.75. Box beef cutout values, choice closed at $311.84, down 79 cents. Select at $285.55, down $295. Volume 120 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds, and that choice select spread setting at $29.29. Negotiated feedlot trade been really slow to develop this week. We've been having a few sales reported every day, but nothing of any significant volume. As of the 2 o'clock cutoff today on Wednesday, we're up to just a bit over 6,000 head. On Monday in Iowa, we had some live sales report at $195.50. A few more live sales reported today at $194 to $195. Some dress sales at $303 to $305. In Kansas on Tuesday, had a handful of live sales at $191.50. Today, Wednesday, in Nebraska, a few live sales, $194 to $195.5. A few dress sales at $304 to $305. Still really not enough volume to establish any kind of a market, but we're tending to look like we might end up with steady money this week. Given the drops in the cutout value, that possibly could be considered a win. On the Mercantile Exchange, live cattle, December closed at $191.30, down 95. February, $1.42 lower at $188.32. Feeder cattle, January, 47 cents lower at $257. March at $257.37. Despite those lower future markets, cash sales on the yearlings around at the barns still significantly higher in the 12-state feeding region. The index on Wednesday closed at an even 263. That's only 7 cents lower than the all-time record that we set late last week. Lean hogs, February closed the day 50 cents higher, 83.70. April, 88.90, up 85. Turning our attention to the grain markets, not a lot of prettiness in the grains today. Soybeans sharply lower as each day that passes. It just looks like that crop in South America on the beans is getting better and better and doesn't look like they're going to have any weather worries at this point to slow them down. So that really pressured the beans today. At the elevators around the state, soybeans were 24 to 40 cents lower, wheat 3 cents lower, corn 5 to 7 lower, and milo 6 lower. Corn bids in St. Louis, 451 to 453. Kansas City, 397 to 427. Grain sorghum in St. Louis at 447. Kansas City, 432. Soybean bids at the elevators in St. Louis, 985 to 989. Kansas City, 896 to 946. Wheat bids in St. Louis, 541 to 563. Kansas City, 506. On the Board of Trade, corn contracts, March 6 1/4 lower, 437 1/4. May down 6 1/4 at 443 3/4. January beans 25 cents lower, 951 3/4. March down 25 1/2 at 953 1/4. March wheat 3 3/4 cent lower, 541 1/4. May at 555 3/4, down 2 3/4. January soybean meal was down $7.70 a ton at $279.50, and January oil down $1.07 a hundredweight at $39.55. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's a recap of your markets from Wednesday. This is Tony Hancock.